Hi guys. Okay, let's do a counterpart check-in. This could be your energy, their energy, your person's energy. It could be quite mirrored because I usually do readings for mirrored counterparts. These are old souls. These are divine connections. Okay, so let's check in. What does the collective watching need to know about their person? Emotional release, so some purging. Yeah. So you've gotten the bottom here, there's more purging here, and this represents their inner energies, so their masculine and their feminine energies merging together. And it's stirring up some emotion, okay? So going through some like transformation, maybe like some dark nights of the soul kind of energy. 4 of Cups energy, a lot of soul searching as well. We've got forgiveness. That can cause some emotions as well. This could be like forgiveness of self, forgiveness of, they're wanting your forgiveness. It could be a bunch of stuff. Again, coming out with the moon and the star, and the moon and the star. Well, it is a star. The moon and the sun. It's very, I mean, the moon and the sun is very, it defines these connections because the masculine represents the sun and the feminine represents the moon, but you also have these energies within you. So that's why I said the first thing I thought was maybe they're forgiving themselves. And that's helping their energies become more balanced within. Let's get some more. Okay, so new day. So this can, usually this represents, for me, this represents not today, try tomorrow. Because today they're going through a lot of transitioning with this dragonfly up here. I've got the hangman on the bottom here. Yeah, so they're going through some soul searching, like I mentioned, with that 4 of Cups feeling. So very, transformative, very seeing things from a different perspective, that kind of thing. And a new day usually represents check back the next day, because this day they're doing a lot of soul searching. But for me, and I just saw 32 on the timer, if that's relevant for some of you, for me, this energy now is feeling like today's a new day. Like they're feeling refreshed. They're feeling that they're nearing the transformation cycle. I don't know, it's giving me a bit of a rebirth energy, like coming out of the dark, coming out of this purging, this inner work. It was just 333 on the timer as well. Lots of 3s if you guys are seeing. Ascended Masters all around. Tap in if you need any help. Yeah, transformation, see? Transformation. Yeah. So I said it feels like they're feeling better today. They're feeling, maybe if you've been noticing that they've been pulling back their energy, feeling distant. Like I said, this could be your energy too. It could be both of yours because they're mirrored. So take it as it resonates, okay? But they're definitely, yeah, they're coming out of some kind of big transformation cycle. Judgment, more tears. See, there's been a lot of purging. This could also have already just happened. The way I'm speaking, the way the energies feel, it's like it's already happened. But this could be, I mean, it depends on their timeline, so, and free will. So this 44 on the timer. So this could be something that's going to happen, something that already happened, or something that's currently happening. Okay, so just be mindful of that as well. But again, more purging, more, this is spiritual awakening. This is like the Judgment card, so it's more discernment. of how they've been living their lives, who they've been giving their energy to, what they've been consuming, stuff like that. It's an awakening, right? Another one. We have many. They just keep coming in, cycle by cycle. Yeah, stripping illusions. I like that. I like to see that. That's good. With this awakening, this is what they're doing. They're stripping more illusions. Again, with this purging now and this forgiveness, this is almost like, to me, this is like grieving past versions of self. Okay, stepping into a new versions. That's that rebirth energy that I got off of this. So, or sorry, this one. Well, that too, because it's transformation, but that's where I felt the rebirth off of the New Day card. So yeah, stripping illusions, seeing where they've been focusing their energy and they need to focus it back onto their own path, stuff like that. Just seeing more and more through the veil. Universes, like I saw that because healings on the bottom here, because I saw that that Hanged Man card. That's what they're doing. They're having a new perspective on something that's breaking through some programming. The gray truck just went past, and that makes me think of a very neutral position that they're in. So they're in a very, like, there's a card in here. If it comes out, I'll show you. Is it this? Oh, sorry. Maybe it's another deck. Hold on. I think it's my other deck. Anyway, it's the duality card, but it's non-duality. So there's a gray area, and I feel like that's where they're in. They're in this gray area. It could be like a void energy as well, coming out of the rebirth into a void kind of thing, recalibrating, their nervous system and all that stuff, rebalancing their chakra system. Okay, birds agree. Whoa. Something, I can't even speak. Something is burdening them. Maybe they can't speak, and that's burdening them. Maybe they can't speak their truth, or they don't feel comfortable speaking their truth, or there's some fears there. There's something burdening them. Oh, look, and struggle out here too. Burden and struggle. So like 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords energy. Ooh, I've got anger on the bottom. Okay. Sometimes when you're busting through these illusions, this is what comes up. This energy, and especially the anger. You get angry. You get angry at yourself. You get angry at... Oh my God. I've never seen that truck before. There's a truck that went past. I don't know what it was, some kind of construction truck, but it said "pop off" on it. They're popping off. See? Oh, I love the universe. So they're popping off. I wish I could have showed you that. It was too funny. So they're popping off. Yeah, exactly. They're getting pissed. This is good, though. Sometimes you need to, right? It helps with the awakening. Anger is an emotion that has to be felt. It has to be expressed. But it has to have a good outlet. This is why they're in this void energy, because they're probably like needing to send all that anger and this struggle and this burdens. They kind of have to release them in this void energy. They have to surrender them by letting them out, right? Like yelling into a pillow. I don't know, going into the forest and screaming. It's good for your throat chakra too. Just not using it against others, Even if it was the others that made you angry, still do not take it out on them, because they could have their own programming and they're not, being led from a soul's purpose, if that makes sense. Anyway, so yeah, there could be some anger that they need to unleash, but it's going to help propel them forward. You feel all the emotions when you're going through these awakenings, right? Anything that's stuck inside of you, anything that needs to be released comes to the surface. So right now it looked like purging, so they're emotional, coming to the surface, and now we're looking at some anger coming to the surface as well. Oh, I didn't notice that turned over. Yeah, retreat. It's like the Hermit card. So they're hermiting. So I mentioned they might pull back their energy, or they might have pulled back their energy. That's confirmation. Again, just kind of like brewing by themselves. It's just kind of like, I don't know. I've never felt that off of this before, but I'm feeling like a trapped energy off of this card. Like they're like seeing where they've trapped themselves, and now they're looking for a way out, because that bird's like looking up. It made me think of that. Yeah, there's that movement into balance, balancing out their internal masculine and feminine energies. This is also the symbol for water. That's why it's creating all this water. This emotion is releasing. There it is. That's the emotion coming out. And it was just 11:11 on the timer. Anger. Anger. Releasing the anger. It's good. It's good. They need to get angry. It's going to pass. It's not going to like, it's a release, right? They need to release this. Otherwise it becomes toxic and you hold on to it. But I think they're wise. They know to like retreat when they feel like this. They don't want to like disturb the peace kind of thing. So don't take it personal if they pull back their energy. It's a form of protection for you. 1, 2, 3 on the timer. The numbers are numbering today. Yeah, I'm gonna stop it here. Well, for this deck, it's all good. It's source coming in, God, whoever you resonate with. The universe saying they have this person. It's all good. It's part of the process. Trust the process. Surrender to the mystery. All that good stuff. Self-love's on here. This is a message for you as well. Focus on yourself. Focus on your own self-love, self-care. Okay. Let me just get some messages to see what else they would say to you. Their thoughts. So they're focusing on their family. Okay. Focusing on their family. Some kind of family dynamic maybe making them angry. I don't know. Okay, so they're also having, this could be making them angry too. I have a lot of sexual fantasies about us, so they could be feeling some sexual tension. I have tarot readings done on you. So either they read their own cards or they're watching tarot readings about your connection. Which is good. It'll give them more insight. I mean, that's how I woke up. A lot of my spiritual awakening was done through watching tarot readings and learning. And then eventually, a couple months later, I purchased my own set of cards and started to dive into that spiritual gift that I was given, that I discovered through my awakening. So it's really good. This helps them with their intuition, watching the tarot readings. It'll help them receive any confirmations for them. If they need confirmations on anything, it'll help them with that. They're connecting with their higher self. That's really good, really important. That means the ego is given a back seat and the soul is in the driver's seat. That's good. Then that's easier for them. Then it's easier for them to listen to their intuition when they're surrendering to their higher self. So they're watching you through social media. If you don't have social media, they could be watching you if they live close to you physically, or they could be watching you energetically, like remote viewing, or just feeling your energy and you're feeling their energy, that kind of thing, through the 5D and above. I am craving your touch. So this person's love language might be physical, okay? They're healing any toxic behaviors. And they're understanding our connection. I told you that's probably from watching. Well, you know, a part of it is from watching tarot readings and getting confirmations. Or by watching you and getting confirmations. If you're like posting online or just like your day-to-day, whatever you're doing. I don't know. I mean, it could be from you. And they're receiving confirmations from things you say or what you express. Same thing. I am lusting over you. Yeah, this person's definitely in their sacral chakra right now, which is the sexual energy one, right? So that's why I said, like, their love language is physical touch, because it helps to keep their sacral chakra balanced. Releasing the sexual tension. It acts as a muse. You act like a muse to each other. I hear the horn went off when I said that. Confirmation. Yeah, you are each other's muses. And when it comes to creative expression, it's done through the sexual expression. That's just how these connections are, right? Between each other, not like having multiple sexual, interests and stuff. Like, that's, no. If that's happening, then that's not this connection. This is a solid, divinely guided, like ordained by source, God, whoever you resonate with, connection. This isn't somebody who has, or who wants options, You, like, it's mutual. That's what I mean to say. The feelings are mutual. The lust is mutual. You've got solar plexus healing, so they might have some stomach pain or indigestion, diarrhea, all that great stuff. This connection scares me. Okay, so maybe that's in connection with their solar plexus. So they're working on fears in regards to confidence, self-esteem. A bird went off when I said that as well. I'm just getting, my stomach just got sensitive all of a sudden too. Interesting. Yeah, so this, with the masculines specifically, this cycle of masculines, their solar plexus. I've always said this. I've channeled this since 2022. Their solar plexus was affected the most. That's their confidence, their self-esteem, stepping into their power, right? Their source power. It's very important for them to have a balanced solar plexus. This is the, like, they could not be in their, it would put them in an unbalanced emperor energy when this is unbalanced. Their solar plexus is unbalanced. It would put them in an unbalanced emperor energy, which would put them in their ego. Masks, wearing masks, stuff like that. Afraid to be their authentic self. That's what they're doing here, is they're healing their solar plexus so they can step into that authentic version of self. So they can, their soul plays a center role. Okay. It takes a lot of confidence, a lot of self-worth to do that. So that's been their main issue they've had to work on, and also like their main objective is to get that solar plexus on check. In check. On check. In check. Okay, I'm gonna stop it there. I am caught up in toxic situations. I'm having dreams about us. And I'm overthinking. Oh no. It's part of the process, unfortunately. You overthink, and you overthink until you just stop thinking. 222 on the timer. You just stop thinking. And then you get to realizing that, shit, my thoughts are fucking powerful and I need to get them under control. And that's what pretty much ends that overthinking. It can come back. It's not as intense. So hopefully they're getting to that part where they're realizing, especially with that solar plexus coming out, they're realizing more and more that their thoughts are super powerful. Their words are super powerful. That's how you manifest. And when you're overthinking, you're putting out, think of all those thoughts, right? Think of the Harry Potter scene, if you guys ever seen it, where Professor Dumbledore is taking, he has his wand and he's taking out a memory or a thought out of his mind, and it's this string of energy, and it's going into this like cauldron looking device. I can't remember the name of it. I'm sorry. It's been too long. But he's taking out a memory and storing it into his own like personal Akashic records reserve. Like it's kind of like that. So every thought, puts out energy. So if you're having so many thoughts and you're overthinking and you're burdening yourself and you're putting all that energy out into the ethers, and it's confusing to the universe, because one thought you'll think, I deserve this, the next thought it'll be like, I'm not worthy, and it's confusing to the energies. So eventually you learn to go into almost a monk mode and to control your thoughts and to be way more methodical with how you put out energy. I hope that makes sense. Anywho, it's 22:33 on the timer. I hope this helps. Take what resonates, leave the rest, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you. Bye.